Back at home this weekend, it's a double header as well. But onto our game, we play London here at Still City Stadium. So how are you feeling ahead of the clash?
Yeah, good mate. To be fair, we've had a bit of positivity over the last couple of weeks, getting a few bodies back and strengthening that 21 a little bit, and getting a couple of people in. So it's building nicely. We're getting close to where we want to be. Obviously, last week we played Danny Craven on his debut, and I thought he brought a different dynamic to us in relation to being able to kick a ball, which we've really struggled with recently. And I thought that that certainly helped us definitely that second half, gain a little bit of territory with Gravo putting his foot through that ball and defending up and gaining some territorial advantage. And the longer you're down the opposition's area of the field, the more likely you are to score. And we've got over the line a couple of times as well. So hoping to build on that and try and get a bit more positivity in the camp as well.
I know we spoke post match after that defeat at Oldham on Sunday, but you clearly are pleased with the performances that we're serving up at the moment. So I can imagine you'll be wanting the lads to go in full of confidence and try and replicate that this weekend.
Yeah, when you say pleased with performances, I think there's loads of areas that we can get better at. We're not winning games, so we're never pleased that we're not winning games, but we're starting to put them building blocks in place about how to win games and learning how to win games and getting that mentality there, and my way of thinking across the players and what I want to see from the players, and having that patience, a little bit more patience rather than looking for a quick fix. I think you can see whether it was Oldham that did it or whether it was us that did it last week. It took a process of maybe 5, 6, 7 sets to actually get into that arm wrestle and come through the other side. And once Oldham did it, they got back-to-back tries. Once we did it, we managed to get on the scoreboard as well and put Oldham under a little bit of pressure. So, keep saying it's not rocket science how to play rugby league, but it's getting that message across and getting the players to actually affect the plan that you want to affect. And the messages are starting to drop a little bit now, and the players are buying into what we want to do. And I think once you start seeing the results of the hard work and the execution, what we're asking them to do, when they see them results, it's a little bit easier to get the message across.
Being back at home is obviously great for the club. Just how much of a game are you expecting London to bring to us? Because obviously similar surroundings where we are in the league table, it's a really, really good chance to get 2 points this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, they'll see it exactly the same. We've not been great at home this year, have we? We need to try and turn that around. London, I think they'll relish playing on this field with the players that they've got. They've got some exciting players, and like us, they've struggled with injuries this year and struggled for a little bit of consistency. And they've got a lot of their players back now that are fit and playing, and we've seen recently in their performances, apart from last week where they'll be disappointed not getting that victory over Doncaster. So prior to that, they've strung a few decent performances together. So minus that blip that they've had last week, they've been looking pretty decent over the last month or so. They'll be looking to bounce back from that. They've got some quality players. They've got some really exciting half-backs and outside backs, but some big physical middles that can play as well. So they'll relish coming and playing on this fast track here on the 4G pitch, and we need to take the game to them.
You talked a moment ago about having players back in, giving you that competition in the 21. Are we expecting to see a similar 21 this weekend?
Yeah, it'll be similar, I would imagine. We're hoping to get Jensen back this week, as long as he goes through his return to play protocol. We're hoping to get Marcus Green in there as well, who we've just brought in this week, and he had his first session last night and looked fairly decent. So hopefully we'll get him into the 21 as well.
On Marcus Green, what do you feel he's going to bring to the side for between now and the rest of the year?
He'll bring a presence. He's a big body. He's got some physicality about him. He can play as well. He's got some good late footwork, and he's that big body that I think we need in the middle of the park. He's a young, hungry kid. He's coming in here and he's dropped down to League One and played a couple of seasons in League One and been a standout performer, I think, for Midland certainly this season. So we're excited about what he can bring.
On Jensen as well, you mentioned about the experience that Danny Craven brings to the side. So just how beneficial could that partnership be between now and the end of the year?
Yeah, I think it could be, certainly for Jensen and his development, playing alongside somebody like Danny and not having to have the responsibility of kicking the ball every single time, because it's not his natural game. He's a runner, is Jensen. So it might take a little bit of pressure off him. And we're talking about if he comes through his protocol first and foremost, but then also if he's selected to play in that 17 as well. So, I would imagine that would happen at some point, whether it's this week or the next game. I would imagine it'll be partnered with Cravo at some point, and hopefully he can benefit from that experience and taking away a little bit that responsibility that I think we've chucked on his shoulders over the previous couple of weeks.
And as I mentioned earlier, double header, women's team are at home as well. So just how brilliant is it going to be that everyone can play here same day, and hopefully we can get many down as possible for it.
Yeah, it's great. It's, the more teams that we can have playing down here on the same day and having that double header, and obviously we get here as the games are going on as well. So the first team will be out there watching the game and cheering the women's side on as well. So hopefully the fans can come down in numbers and be really vocal for us.